On Friday, the 29th of November 2013, the German government's Secretary of Monitoring Human Rights Issues strongly criticized Iran for disregarding human rights. According to the report from this office, so far 200 people have been hanged in Iran since the arrival of the current president, Hassan Rouhani. The strike of more than 1,800 prisoners in the Unit 2 of Ghaz al-Hissar prison who have been sentenced to death continues. The prisoners have demanded their case to be further investigated. Last week, families of 3 Sunni prisoners in Ghaz al-Hissar prison issued letters to human rights organizations and other organizations asking them to help the lives of their loved ones. It is 30 days since Jamshid Dehghani, Hamid Ahmadi, and Kamal Royai, the 3 prisoners who are sentenced to death, have been on a hunger strike. At least 23 ideological and political prisoners in the Rajai Shah prison in Karaj and Ghaz al-Hissar prison in Urumiyeh are on a hunger strike in a symbolic manner against the increased wave of hangings in Iran, which started since Hassan Rouhani became the president of Iran. Protests outside of Iran against the house arrest of Mir Hossein Mousavi, Mehdi Karoubi, and Zahra Rahnavard still continues. On Saturday, the 30th of November 2013, the International Organization to Preserve Human Rights in Iran demonstrated in Stuttgart, Germany, against the Islamic Republic of Iran and demanded the release of all political and ideological prisoners and the leaders of oppositions in Iran.
News indicates that the public prosecutor of Rafsanjan arrested 8 people for using cyberspace and publishing blasphemous language. Rafsanjan prosecutor pointed out, following the initial stage of investigation, these people would be kept under temporary detention until the final sentence is issued. On Monday the 2nd of December, it was reported that the Iranian Revolutionary Guards arrested more than 20 people charged with being cyber activists and using social networks. These people have been kept in solitary confinement for between 2 weeks to 3 months in order to be interrogated. On Tuesday the 3rd of December, 6 technical writers and members of a famous website in Iran called Nurangi, Orange Color, were arrested by Revolutionary Guards. The fates of those people are unknown and the operation of the site has since been stopped.
Last week, on Saturday the 30th of November 2013, the train contract workers of Ahvaz gathered in front of the headquarters of Corporation of Building Contractors in protest against the lack of 5 months' delay in payment. A group of factory workers of Vegetable Oil Power School Factory congregated at the courtyard of the factory in protest against the recent policies of management in calculating the rights and benefits of the employees. On Tuesday, the 3rd of December 2013, 280 workers of the repair unit of the South Pars gas complex gathered for the second time in protest against their decreased income. Reports indicate that Mustafa Nazari, a labor activist in Khuzestan province, spoke of 200 workers who were fired from one of the Abadan refinery contractors' companies. On Tuesday, the 3rd of December 2013, the workers of Neybar of the complex of Karun Agro-Industry of Shushtar gathered for the second consecutive days in front of the administrative building of Karun's agro-industrial complex, in protest against the disregard of the employer to the demands of employees' wages. On Saturday the 30th of November 2013, the Sedaya Omid Journal and Tarikh Pajouhesh Journal, which translate to Voices of Hope and Research of History respectively, have been banned from further publications by the Supervisory Committee of Student Publications of Shahid Chamran University.
Reportedly, security forces attacked the house of a Baha'i in Mer Shar area of Karaj city. In this house, educational classes were being held for Baha'i students who were deprived of education. The students were then forced to pledge not to participate in these classes anymore. Following the recent intensified harassment of Baha'is in Mashhad, on Friday the 29th of November, security forces entered the house of a Baha'i citizen called Manucher Kholus, and after searching the house, confiscated some personal and religious belongings, and then transferred him to an unknown location. Following that, security forces went to the house of his father and did the same thing. Last week, Azita Momtaz, who started a degree in industrial management at Zand Shiraz University in 2009, after completing 92 modules, was expelled. The director of the university verbally indicated that it is impossible for her to carry on her education as she is a Baha'i believer. Abdul Rahman Sangani, a disabled Sunni prisoner who is sentenced to death, is deprived from medical treatment in the Rajai Shah prison. Since Wednesday the 4th of November, Hamid Ahmadi, Kamal Molai, Jamshid Deghani, Jahangir Deghani, Sadiq Mohammadi, and Sayyid Hadi Hosseini, 6 ideological prisoners who have been sentenced to death for demonstrating on trade issues, have gone on hunger strike. Adel Gholami, Nemat Azhar Khan, and Murtaza Amini, 3 Sunni students who had spent some time in the Rajai Shah prison, have been expelled from university. Additionally, they had to endure the hardship of being summoned and threatened by the security agencies. Kayvan Momenifard, Farzad Honarju, known as Abu Bakr, and Shahu Abrahimi, 3 Sunni prisoners, have been sentenced to death by the 27th branch of the Revolutionary Court. The charges that led to such a sentence have been said to be acting against national security through Salafist groups. On Tuesday the 3rd of December, 3 Kurdish citizens of Sarghez in Kurdistan province were sentenced to a total of 9 years imprisonment by the Islamic Revolutionary Court. Their charges were working with one of the opposition parties against the Iranian government. According to the news received, last week, Ahadullah Mahmoudi, a 45-year-old detainee accused of murder, was executed in Kermanshah Central Prison. On Sunday the 1st of December, 5 prisoners accused of murder were hanged in the Rasht and Bandar Abbas prisons. Furthermore, Colonel Masoud Zahedian, the head of moral police of Najaf, announced the arrest of one of the underground singers in Iran and stated that these types of people will be dealt with by security officers, and added that recently they had arrested another singer named Tatalu, who was taken to the judicial authority straight after he was arrested. Ahmed Reza Ahmadpour, a clergy critic, blogger, and a member of the Participation Front, has been sentenced to an additional 100 days imprisonment due to writing a letter to the leader of Iran. Reports suggest that the court of Tekab city in West Azerbaijan province has carried out a sentence of 80 lashes to a Kurdish citizen named Hussein Khosravi on charges of drinking alcohol. Last week, in the wake of a recurrent lumbar disc, osteoarthritis of the knee, and severe disorders of digestion suffered by Mr. Karoubi, and following diagnosis of the doctor of Ministry of Information, he was transferred to the Tehran Lale Hospital. The families of 2 members of the coordinating committee in the city of Kamyaran, 21 days after the arrest of their children, are still uninformed about their health. Ismail Barzegari is in critical condition in his 36th day of hunger strike. Following neglect and disregard from prison authorities, 3 prisoners of Ward 350 of Evin Prison, Yaqub Maleki, Hamid Reza Moradi, and Hamid Navid, have been stopped from further treatment. On Monday the 2nd of December, 2 of the 6 Sunni prisoners who were on their 28th day of hunger strike fell unconscious and have been transferred to the infirmary.